So hello and welcome to our webinar. My name is Alexander Nikolov and I'm working for Senior GmbH based in Vienna, and we are coordinating the BIOMATDB project. This event is specifically designed for companies and EU projects aiming to utilize a comprehensive platform for offering, discovering, comparing and sourcing biomaterials and biomaterial-based medical devices. Throughout the webinar, participants will gain an understanding of the BIOMATDB project and its objectives. Additionally, they will learn more about the various features and benefits of the biomaterial marketplace. A live demonstration will be provided to showcase the platform's functionalities. Our today's agenda will start with a short survey aimed at our webinar participants who we would like to get to know better. The survey should not take more than 1 minute. The agenda will continue with a short introduction to the BIOMATDB project. Then our dear colleagues, Ms. Celine Rabe from Mindsparks, will present you the biomaterial marketplace and its advantages for companies and buyers of biomaterial-based products. Her presentation will be followed by a live demonstration of the BIOMATDB biomaterial marketplace, which will be done together with her colleague from Senior, Mr. Jakub Seppa. The webinar will culminate with an interactive question and answer session, allowing attendees to address their queries directly. Before we continue with our today's agenda, I would like to highlight our today's housekeeping rules. Namely, our virtual event will be recorded and posted on the BIOMATDB project website in order to ensure, according to the rules of open access scientific information, that all collected insights are openly accessible for all interested parties and can support further development activities in the field. Feel free to ask questions anytime in the chat option. We'll do our best to answer them during the event. And if you would like to speak after each presentation, please raise your virtual hand. That being said, I would like to invite you to participate in our short survey. Dear Celine, could you please launch the survey?
Yes, we will start a short Slido survey because we really also want to get to know our audience better, and we want to know what is your current role, why are you interested in the marketplace. I will start the survey now. It will automatically open. It takes a few seconds on the right side of your screen, and then you can just vote and submit your answer, and it will be also anonymous, of course. I will start the survey now. It should open. Jakob, can you see it also on your screen already on the right side?
Yes.
Perfect.
So please, guys, indicate the answers that refer to your position, your organization. We have approximately 1 minute.
Que ser sempre diferente.
Perfect. Perfect. The first results are coming in.
Okay, we have a few more seconds.
Yes, we have already 16 and 15 responses.
Nice.
"19 and 18 responses.
Right, Celine, I believe
Yes,
we can
stop the survey, and I will also then shortly show you the results. So I can start it here again. And then, as you can see here, for the first question, which category best describes your current position? So a majority of the responses said that they are researchers, but we also have some procurers of biomaterials, medical devices or services 5%, and then also suppliers of manufacturers of biomaterials, medical devices or related services 19%, and also representatives of research or innovation projects 5%. So that's also really interesting for us to know. The majority is also researchers, and the other group that we have here in the majority are suppliers or manufacturers of biomaterials and medical devices. Then for the second question, I will also display the results here. For the second question, we have, so most of you are interested in the marketplace to stay up to date with industry news and events, 45%, or also for networking or partnership purposes, which is really good because that is also the primary purpose of the marketplace. And then also some of you are interested in finding products, attracting investment or enhancing their brand visibility via support services, and some also have other motivations. So thank you really much for your responses. It's also really interesting for us to know, and I will show you how you can use the marketplace also to reach these goals. I will stop the survey now and hand over to you, back to you, Alexander.
Thank you very much, Celine. Thank you very much, guys, for participating in the survey. All right, so let's move on to the more interesting part of our today's webinar, during which we would like to present you shortly BIOMATDB project and its great activities and goals. BIOMATDB project is a coordination and support action funded from the European Union Horizon 2020 Research Innovation Program with a duration of 33 months and a budget of almost 2.8 million euros. CINU managed to create a competitive consortium consisting of 12 organizations and individuals from Europe and beyond with capabilities with regards to research on biomaterials, technical expertise in terms of extraction, analysis of information with biomaterials, training expertise, networking, and engagement. A few words on the background of the project. As you may know, research and development in the field of material science, and in particular synthetic polymers and ceramics, has led to the production of thousands of novel biomaterials, which might revolutionize medical devices and advanced therapies. The market of biomaterials is growing rapidly, mainly by factors such as the increased funds and grants by government bodies worldwide for the development of novel biomaterials, also raising demand for medical implants and the raising incidence of cardiovascular diseases, increasing research on regenerative medicine. Against this background, the EU has continuously funded biomaterial research projects in the last 25 years, resulting in increased output in the form of publications, patents, and clinical trials. One of the main challenges is to provide accessible and well-structured data of biomaterials for researchers, companies, and laboratories. Besides the metadata of biomaterials and its properties, data on its biocompatibility, performance, and safety are very important as well. Furthermore, especially companies, including SMEs, do actually need assistance for getting market access. So against this background, BIOMATDB projects seeks to create at first place a database of biomaterials, providing detailed information on the most relevant properties, accessible to a wide variety of end users. For example, researchers, companies, and clinicians, for the purpose of evaluating the biological and clinical usefulness, also in the areas beyond their intended primary applications. Additionally, our project launched already a marketplace for suppliers of biomaterials, including digital advisors, as the one which will be presented later by Celine. Furthermore, the project will create a label of biocompatibility to define the suitability of biomaterials for the use in medical devices or therapies. This will assist SMEs from Europe and beyond assess markets and demonstrate credibility in front of their customers. Finally, to ensure the wide awareness and impact of the project activities and results, BIOMATDB Project Consortium conducts dissemination and communication activities through the whole project duration. So, as already mentioned, the two main outcomes and solutions of the project are the biomaterial database and biomaterial marketplace. The BIOMATDB biomaterial database provides detailed information, as mentioned, on the chemical, physical, biological, and toxicological properties, accessible to a wide variety of end users, such as researchers, companies, clinicians. The biomaterial database is built with a modern online user user front end, and also includes several data analysis and visualization tools, making use of the enhanced data processing technologies. BIOMATDB Project will also seek to assist companies, especially SMEs, in facilitating market access for their products. Hence, the biomaterial database will be extended by the information-oriented biomaterial marketplace. The marketplace will connect suppliers and demanders on a user-friendly and informative online web application instance. Integrated digital advisors support a step-by-step guided search to explore the ecosystem of the biomaterials as visualized on this slide, collect information on existing ones, but also assess the needs of the various stakeholders. Where we have launched and we're launching several knowledge collection and exchange activities such as surveys, interviews, workshops, and webinars. This slide showcases, as already mentioned, the project stakeholder groups, who are also among the potential end users of the project tools. Throughout the project, we sought to engage with each of them and analyze their needs and expectations. We kindly invite you to follow us on our social media channels and project website, get in touch with us. You can access our communication channels and project websites also via these good-looking QR codes. And to also further discuss collaboration opportunities with Senior and our consortium, please feel free to reach us at our office at biomatdb.eu email address. So that being said, I would like to pass the floor now to Celine, who will present you the biomaterial marketplace.
Thank you, Alexander. So in the next slides, I will present to you the biomaterial marketplace and some of its unique features and benefits. And after that, we are also going to jump into a live demonstration of the biomaterial marketplace. Next slide, please. So as Alexander also mentioned previously, the biomaterial marketplace was created with the mission to assist companies and especially also SMEs in facilitating market access and increase their visibility of the organization, their products, and also services. Next slide, please. The marketplace was created as part of the BIOMATDB project, and here an expert team worked together comprising 12 organizations from 8 European countries with a diverse expertise, starting from software developers, data engineers, biomaterial institutes, research organizations, and also industry networks and clusters. And additionally, we were also supported by the biomaterial experts Osnat Hakimi, Yanis Misirlis, and Carla Fuentes Lopez. Next slide, please. So what makes our marketplace unique? So as mentioned also in the previous slide, the marketplace was created in collaboration with leading biomaterial experts, and it is also backed by their extensive experience and then also by the feedback service we also conducted throughout the project to adapt the marketplace from the beginning to the requirements of users and suppliers, and to also continuously improve the marketplace. The biomaterial marketplace is specialized for biomaterials, so for biomaterials and also medical devices made out of biomaterials. And because it is specialized for biomaterials, it also really provides extensive product information and specifications for each product category on the marketplace, and the information that is requested for each product category is also adapted to the different product categories that are offered. And we will talk later a bit about which those categories are. The marketplace is designed also to foster innovation. It is not only intended to display approved medical devices on the market, but also really to display biomaterials that are currently under development. So we also offer the possibility that you indicate when you also enter products on the marketplace that the approval process is still in progress. And therefore, we also intend then to encourage ongoing development and research. Next slide, please. So what are benefits, especially for suppliers for using this marketplace? As already mentioned, enhanced visibility for their organization, but also their products, brochures, and services. And suppliers can offer a really wide range of offerings. So starting from medical biomaterials that can be used or have already been used in medical devices, but then also raw materials that can potentially be used in medical devices and equipment and services. It is also really, we have a supplier module, especially because we want to connect also the buyers to the suppliers directly, and thus try to foster partnerships and collaborations. And as it is an EU-funded marketplace and project, of course, it could be also an advantage that you gain visibility among European actors by putting your organization on the marketplace, and thus potentially have also access to future funding opportunities and projects and so on. The marketplace was also designed to be user-friendly, and especially we also tried to make the registration process then for the suppliers as easy as possible. Next slide, please. As I already shortly mentioned, you can present a wide range of offerings, or a wide range of different products are presented on the biomaterial marketplace, starting from medical biomaterials and medical devices, such as bioinks, bone substitute materials, or also implants or soft tissue grafts and wound dressings. But also raw materials, such as ceramics or composites or metals or polymers are presented. And then also equipment such as bioprinters, software, or also services that are connected to the biomaterial industry, such as consulting and regulatory compliance services, or testing and analysis services, for example, for biocompatibility assessments and so on. Next slide, please. What are the modules on our marketplace? And we will go through them then also step by step in the live demonstration. So as already mentioned, this networking aspect is also in the center of the marketplace. So we have a separate modules where all the suppliers are displayed, and the suppliers really also have the control over all their products and news and events that they want to display on the marketplace and that they want to have listed there, and also over how they want to display their profile on the marketplace. Then we have different modules to present all the products with detailed product profiles, where also the different product features are displayed. Then we have a services module where all the biomaterial industry related services are listed and presented with a detailed page view as well. We have a documents feature where you can also present, for example, product brochures, company brochures, and all related documents that might also increase then your findability on the marketplace. Then we have a news section where you can display any upcoming events, news that are coming up and that you want to present there. Then also any events that you are organizing or planning, you can promote on the marketplace in the events section. And we have also, as a last module, the scenarios section. And here we display different use cases for the different biomaterial products. And for each scenario, which can be a medical application or also an anatomical region, we also recommend or link related product categories. Yes, thank you. Next slide, please. What are the key timeline goals of the biomaterial marketplace? So we started with the onboarding process of suppliers in November, and then also in February, end of February, the BIOMATDB project will officially end. But of course, not the marketplace. The marketplace will continue to be updated, and we will continue to build our user base on the marketplace and also to expand the number of suppliers that are listed there and the number of products that are listed there. And until or during this process, while this process is going on, of course, the use of the marketplace is also completely free. And then towards the end of 2025, we will also inform suppliers well in advance about the subscription model that is then planned for the marketplace that will then be integrated starting end of 2025, beginning of 2026. Thank you. Next slide. Shortly also about the technical structure of the marketplace. I think I've also shortly already mentioned this administration panel or the admin base. So just as an explanation, when I'm talking about the biomaterial marketplace, I of course mean the biomaterial marketplace front end, where buyers can also find products, or you can also connect with other suppliers and so on. So this is really the openly accessible online platform, but we have as a second technical instance the administration panel, and this is really the central tool for all the suppliers that are presenting their profiles and products there, because here you can register as a supplier and then also manage all of the listings on the marketplace. So you can manage which products you want to display, which services and documents. You can publish and unpublish them. So here it's really the central tool for the suppliers to manage everything that is then shown on the biomaterial marketplace. Next slide. And also for both of those instances, so for the biomaterial marketplace and then also this administration panel for the suppliers, the admin base, we have also created help instances that will also be later presented by Jakob. Then next slide, please. And it would be great, of course, even after this webinar has ended, if you're interested in the marketplace, to go to this link, to go to the biomaterial marketplace, adminbase.com, and to register also your project or your organization there as a supplier, so you can be found also by other interested parties. And also if you then upload your products and services that you want to have listed on the marketplace. Next slide. And for that, you basically just click on this link that is provided here. Alexander will also post it in the chat, and I will also show you how you can find it directly on the marketplace. Then you click on register now, you enter your email address, click on register, then you will receive a confirmation email, you verify your registration, and that's it. Then you can start uploading your organization information and your products and services. Next slide, please. Okay, now we can already jump into the live demonstration of the marketplace. I will shortly start to share my screen. I think, yes, you can see the screen now. I just can't see you anymore. Okay, that's it. Perfect. So let's start here. This is the homepage of the biomaterial marketplace, and you can see here you can have the possibility to directly navigate on the marketplace via these buttons here on the bottom, so you can directly jump to different product categories on the marketplace. And then also on this homepage you see already an overview of the listed suppliers. You can also show them all, then the products, the news that are uploaded, and also the events and all the documents. And here on the bottom, this is really where you can find also this link to the admin base. So if you are in the marketplace and you like it and you want to present your products or organization there, scroll to the bottom on the homepage, you click here, then you are forwarded here to this admin base page. And you can already also see here a short explanation video. If you're unsure how exactly to register, in this short video, it is also explained step by step. And then you just click here on register as a supplier, and I'm already logged in now, but then you get to this registration page and you can upload your products there, and you can register your organization and then upload your products there. So just scroll to the bottom, click on register as supplier, and then here you can find the link directly. Or Alexander also posted it in the chat. Exactly. And then let's just go through the different modules that I already mentioned before as well. So here on the left side, you see the different product categories that we have on the marketplace, and you can also then hover here above the name, and then you find the different subcategories for the biomaterials, the hardware equipment, raw materials, and then also software or services. And then here we have the suppliers module, which is also really this central module where all the suppliers that have registered are listed. And on the left side, you find also different filtering options. So for example, we can filter here for all organizations that are from Spain. And then we see them here and we can just jump into the detail view, for example, of this company. So you can see here we find a short description of the company, then the services they offer in this case. And we can also see where is their headquarters located, what foundation year do they have, what is their activity radius, profit type, organization type, and then you also have a direct link to the website, and you can also contact the supplier. Here you also see the market where the company is active in a map. Exactly, then we can go back and we can also, for example, filter for a different country and click on detail view. Then we can also see here they listed, for example, different raw materials. And here we again see the overview of the products and then their profile and headquarter and activity radius. What we can also do is filter by different certifications that organizations have. So you can click here and then you see only the organizations that have this ISO 14001 certification, for example. So these are the main tools for the supplier page, and then we can also take a look at the products page. So here all the products are listed that are uploaded on the marketplace, and you already have some filtering options here. But as you can see here, we have the categories, product categories again. And if you go here to one of the really lower categories, so the more detailed categories, for example, you want to filter for implants, then you have here really also more in-depth range of filtering options. So you can really filter, especially for this category, between the different product features, because this might, of course, then change also depending on the product category, and we really wanted to make it as detailed as possible and give you as much possibilities as possible to filter here really specifically. So for example, we can say we are looking for a product with the color white. Then we get this recommendation here, and we can also take a look here at the detailed view and just go here and we see here the product specifications that can be filled out. We see the product description and then also which medical device labels the product has, in which countries it is approved, or also if it is not approved yet, in which countries the approval is in progress. And you can also see the medical device risk class of the device, and always on the left side, also the supplier that offers the device is listed, together also with its certifications and the link to their company website. What I want to mention here also regarding the specifications, yes, you do have to enter this also in the backend manually, all of the specifications, but as you have seen previously, it's really important that all of them are filled out, because that really helps then also potential buyers to find exactly the product that they need, and it helps them also to compare the products. We will mention this also again later on, but if you need any support also with entering the specifications, we do offer selective support if there are really a lot of time constraints and difficulties with entering the specifications. We can also offer that, but in principle it's really easy to do, and it's really important also to allow the marketplace really to access all the full features. What we can do here also, we can, for example, deselect it also again, see a broader overview, and we can add then different products also to the comparison feed or to the comparison tool. So for example, here I want to compare the NeuroGuard V1 with the NeuroGuard V2. I can select those two, put them in the comparison list. Then I can click here on the product comparison, and I can see the features really side by side and compare them. It's also possible that you select, for example, if we have here the full overview of biomaterials, we can also select products from different product categories. So for example, if I add this one here and I go again to the product overview, I can also add this here and see again the comparison. And I can also add products, for example, from a different category. So for example, if I add here this hardware equipment tool, I can also see it here in the comparison list, but it is added in an additional tab. So here you can see you can then also switch between the different product categories. And since the specifications are really adapted to each product category individually, it makes, of course, more sense that you can also then compare them within the product category. Then we also have the favorites list. So for example, I can add those 3 equipments now to my favorites list and then go here and they are stored and I can always find them. All the products that I've selected. Previously, I've also selected this service and then I can also remove it if I don't want to have it in my favorites anymore. And here I see really all the products that are in the favorite list. Okay, then we already spoke shortly about the services, but on the marketplace, we also offer an overview of biomaterial industry-related services. And here you can see some of them that are already uploaded. You can click here again. You again have a detailed view. You see a description of the service, and you can also see different hourly or daily rates and different prices of the service, and also the area again where the services are offered. Exactly, and here you can also then filter again for the suppliers that offer the service or for the country. And then we can also go already to the documents overview. So this is also a page where you can list all the product brochures, for example, that you have, or any company brochures that you have. And we can also then click here on the detailed view. And here you have different options. You can either download the document, open it in the quick view and just scroll through it, or you open the document in the detailed view and you can really click through it page by page. What we also offer as feature here is that the content is extracted of the different brochures, and that really also increases then the findability of your organization and of your products. Because we're working here a lot also with search engine optimization and so on to really make sure that all your offerings are found as well. Then we have here also the events module. And in the events module, you can see all the upcoming events. You can also list them as suppliers. So any events that are coming up in your area, you feel free to also list them here so they can be found more easily. And for example, we also added here the webinar from today. So if we filter for today, we can see this is the webinar we are currently taking and you can find it here. We also have the news module where you can update the users about any company-related news, for example, also any project-related news. And you can really add here a short article with an image and everything, and then you can see it also here. Exactly. The last module I want to present to you is the scenarios module. And those are these use cases that I already talked about also before. So for example, for the medical application of dentistry, you can click here and then you get recommended different product categories. You also find a short description of the use case. You find the related product categories and also the related relevant products, and you get recommended other scenarios as well. So this you can do really here for also for internal medicine, for example. You can see here the related categories and products, or also by anatomical region. So if you click on hips, you get then recommended, for example, implants as related or prosthetics as related product categories. Exactly. So those are really the main modules of the marketplace, with also these special features with the favorites list and the product comparison view. And what we also have is this help page. So if you are ever unsure how to find something on the marketplace, how to use it, or also how to add your products then on the admin base, you can also go to the help page, and this will be presented by Jakob now.
Yes, thank you. I will just share my screen. All right, so I hope that everyone can see my screen now.
We can see it.
Perfect, thank you. So if so, you can then also already see the landing page of the help system, and it shows the separation into the two sections, one section for buyers and one section for suppliers. The buyer section contains, for example, articles on how to navigate or find specific information on the biomaterial marketplace, while the supplier section is more, for example, support in adding or updating data on the admin base. So you can enter then the respective section by clicking here on the relevant element. So for example, I will now enter the supplier section. And this is now the homepage of the supplier section. Just to show you, I will now quickly switch back to the buyer section. Here I just want to show that the basic structure of both sections is the same. It's just the content that is different. So as I said, the supplier section is about the admin base mainly, and the buyer section is about how to use the marketplace front end. Yeah, we also use a different coloring. So we use this purple here for suppliers, and we use this blue for buyers. So in terms of the homepage, you see here, you have a search bar where you can search for certain articles without accessing any other parts of the page. You can then directly click here on the article and access it. There's also a section for most read articles. So for all the articles, we count the clicks or the views, and the most popular ones are then always shown here. We have a topic grid here. The topics are used to categorize the articles, which makes them easier to find and also provides some kind of a structure to the overall help system. And we also have an FAQ section. So here we provide quick answers to certain questions about the marketplace. And all the articles can then also be found on the articles page. So you can access the articles page via this menu point here, articles. And you see here all the articles grouped by the mentioned topics. So for example, here the topic would be profile, and below you have all the related articles. And I will click now on an article. So this one, for example, is about the registration process on admin base. And generally speaking, help article or the content of a help article is always some kind of a guide on how to perform a certain action. As I said already, the supplier section contains mainly articles about the admin base, and the buyer section mainly contains articles about the biomaterial marketplace front end. And yeah, it's also with screenshots, where we also have the option to add animated images, for example. And on the left side here, there is also a menu which enables to switch quickly between articles within a certain topic. So for example, here again, the profile topic and then the related articles, where you can jump quickly between those articles. Then, very important for us is this feedback functionality, which we have at the bottom of each article, where the user can indicate whether an article was helpful or not. And there's then also the option to provide additional feedback. And as I said, this is very important for us, because the more feedback we get here, the more we can improve the content of the existing articles and of the quality of the help system as a whole. And we also still plan to provide some new articles continuously. However, of course, there will always be special cases or issues the users have when using the marketplace or the admin base. And for that case, there is always the option to reach out to us directly via the contact form. This is linked, for example, here in the footer under contact. And yeah, if you can, or if there is no article that covers your issue, or if you just weren't able to solve the problem based on the available information, you can then always fill out this contact form here and tell us about your problem. And yeah, we will then have a look at it and get back to you as soon as possible. And yes, that being said, that was a quick overview of the Biomaterial Marketplace help system. Thank you, and I hand it back now to my colleagues.
Thank you, Jakub. Before we go to our very last point in the agenda, Celine would like to remind you guys on something.
Yes. I will also share the screen again, because as Jakob also mentioned briefly, feedback is really important for us. We really try to adapt the marketplace also to your needs specifically. So if you notice anything that you want to have improved, or where you say you would prefer it's in any different way or something like that, it's really tiny here, but here you always have this kind of question mark, this kind of word cloud symbol where you can find the link to our feedback survey. It's really short, and it also contains open fields where you can really freely also provide your inputs. So I would really also encourage you when you check out the marketplace to go here and then share your feedback via our EU survey. It's completely anonymous as well. So feel free to honestly also give us your feedback and let us know how we can improve the marketplace for you. It's really here on the right side always, and you can find it really easily. It's on every page also, so always it's directly linked. So even then after, if you check out the marketplace, feel free to then go back and also let us know how we can improve, because that's really also a main focus for us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, dear Celine and Jakub, for the really comprehensive presentation, live demonstration of the Biomaterial Marketplace. Now I would like to open the floor for questions from our dear audience. So guys, please feel free to ask your questions to Celine and Jakub. If they're not such, I would like to jump in and ask a few questions, dear Celine. As a supplier, why should it be one of the first suppliers to register on the Biomaterial Marketplace? What would be the benefit?
Yeah, so now it's of course really advantageous to immediately register, because as I already mentioned, in the first year, the use of the marketplace will be completely free. Registering will be completely free. And then because we really try to expand here our supplier base and our user base, so you can gain already a lot of visibility also during this first year completely for free. And then we will inform you anyways well in advance as soon as that changes, and you can again decide if you would like to stay on the marketplace or not. And so I would really recommend to register now, because then you can really also take advantage of all the features and without any risk or fees that you have to pay.
That sounds really great. And can I contact you to get support for entering any data on my biomaterial-based products?
Yes. So as I already showed you, the marketplace really also lives from the different filtering features that we have. And in order for them to also work as advantageous as possible, and also for you to be beneficial and you can really find as fast as possible exactly the product and service you need, it's important that also all the fields are added in the admin base. I can also shortly share that with you again. This is again, if you click here on register and register as a supplier, you will be forwarded on the admin base. This is how it looks like. So scroll down and click on register, sign up now, register as a supplier. Then you get to this admin base, and here you can add then the different products. And here you have to fill out these different fields also of for each product category. The fields changes a bit. And of course, it is some effort to fill it out, but at the same time, it's really easy to do. And it helps a lot also any users of the marketplace to take full advantages of all filtering features. However, if you have any really huge time constraints or you really need support for filling all this information, you can reach out to us. Alexander, you can also maybe post the office@biomatdb.eu address again into the chat. And then we can for sure also find a solution for that. But of course, you are then the one who has really to publish also your profile. You have to confirm then that the information was entered correctly, but we can for sure support with filling the information.
Great. And I have one very last question. Is the project investing in paid Google listenings to rank high-end search results?
So we are using really search engine optimization to increase the findability of the suppliers and of the products on the marketplace. So I've also displayed to you how also the content from the different brochures that are uploaded are extracted. And so in that way, we really try to get as much traffic as possible on the marketplace and also to the products and services that are offered there. So that is our strategy for that and for increasing also the findability over Google and so on.
Great, thank you very much for the answers. One very last call for any questions from the audience before we close today's webinar. All right, if there are no further questions, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us today and for your time. Don't forget to register on the Biomaterial Marketplace, and we wish you a nice rest of the day. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.